Hello everyone, this is Sarah Anma from artofrelationship.net with another love moment for you. Today we're talking about the problem with boundaries. The term boundaries drives me crazy because it implies that, if I need a boundary, I need to build this barrier around me in order for me to be safe and secure. And that's in direct conflict with our longing to belong to one another and connect and have intimacy. Also, when we use the term boundaries, it implies that, if I need a boundary against you, then I'm a victim and you're my villain. And this creates an atmosphere of I'm always on guard, have to protect my boundaries, checking the border, make sure that you don't wrong me or step over my boundary. And it takes a lot of energy, and it also creates this energy of antagonistic relationships. And we've got plenty of that going on already in this culture. So a more uplifting approach is taking care of oneself. And I know sometimes that can feel kind of radical. What that means is that people know well ahead of time what our expectations are or what we need in a situation. So this happens way before the potential mishap can happen. So when we're acting in integrity from the onset, then that really sets people up to win, and they know where we stand. They have all the necessary information to make their decisions, right? So it can look something like this. Yeah, I would love to pick you up, and I can't be late. So I need to be on time, so I need you to be on time, and if you're late, then I'm going to leave without you. Saying it sweetly from the heart, of course, but firmly, because when we tell the truth with love, that's a very, very loving thing that we can do, especially when the truth is a little bit uncomfortable. So that simple statement gives your friend the opportunity to know where you stand, gives them the proper information. Your friend can then check in and say like, okay, I can agree to these terms of your service or not, right? And then people say, well, what if they say, yeah, I'll be on time, I'll totally be on time, and then they're not on time? Well, then you get to live in integrity and live up to your word. And that means leave. A minute late, goodbye. So that can happen too. Also, setting yourself up to win, setting them up to win, that's ahead of time. Boundaries happen in retrospect, after the offense has been made. And it happens. So we can clean that up with saying something like, I didn't mention it before, but it's absolutely imperative that I am on time. So going forward, I need you to be on time or I'm going to have to leave. Or you could even be bolder and say, if you need to, and say, since you were late, I'm not going to pick you up again. And of course, being playful and loving rather than having it dripping with resentment is always a good idea and far more effective, I have found. I've done it both ways, I assure you. So, when we are able to do this for our loved ones, it's really a sweet thing that we do for them. And we might get a little pushback if we've got a reputation for being a pushover, but eventually people will come on board because they're helped out knowing where you stand. And then they can say yes when they mean yes or no when they mean no as well, giving them permission to also live in integrity. So for your turn, can you just check in and see, is there somebody who repeatedly is breaking your unwritten rules and they don't even know? If so, you can go to them and say something like, you probably don't know this about me, but I need blank. Now the ball will be in their court and they get to say, oh, okay, I'm happy to offer that to you. Or, yep, that doesn't work for me. Again, they can say, yes, of course, I'd be happy to do that, and then not provide, in which case you have set the tone and the expectation so they know where you stand. And we do it lovingly, of course. We ask for the moon, but of course know that they can say no. Thanks for being here. See you next time.